Agile and DevOps are becoming commonplace practices to organizations that are trying to stay competitive in today's application economy. But even though the benefits of Agile and DevOps are uncontested, many organizations are still hitting the proverbial wall in QA. In fact, in a recent survey, 63% of respondents cited test and QA as the biggest bottleneck in the overall software development lifecycle. Why is this? Well, simply put, these organizations are not testing continuously. One of the barriers to continuous testing is the unavailability of the dependent resources required to conduct thorough testing. Your applications don't run in a vacuum. They need to interact with a variety of systems, resources, and APIs. But incorporating these elements into your testing practices has historically meant a lot of waiting around and/or additional costs. Research has shown that 81% of organizations identified waiting for development dependencies as a challenge, and 84% of organizations had to wait for QA dependencies to continue their work. Also, in the same research, organizations reported that they required 52 dependent elements for development or testing, while only having ready access to less than half of that number. It's no wonder that traditional testing remains a bottleneck in the SDLC. Continuous testing is what you need if you want your QA process to keep pace with the velocity of Agile and DevOps practices. A core component of continuous testing is a comprehensive service virtualization solution. Service virtualization is the practice of capturing and simulating the behavior, data, and performance characteristics of dependent systems, and then creating a virtual copy of those dependent systems. These virtual copies, which behave precisely like a live system, can then be used independent of actual live systems to develop software without any constraints. Thus, software can be developed and deployed a lot faster with lower costs and higher quality. Here's how CA Service Virtualization can help you get on the path to continuous testing. First, Service Virtualization can streamline and shorten testing by up to 50%. By splitting development and testing into smaller teams, code is written and tested faster, but often there's still idle time as teams wait around for other teams to complete their work before they can proceed. But with CA Service Virtualization, this delay is nearly eliminated by providing virtual services that allow the teams to continue working uninterrupted, shifting left in the software development lifecycle and shortening the time to market of innovations. Second, service virtualization can improve application quality by up to 90%. By shifting testing left with service virtualization, developers and testers have access to on-demand environments as close to production-like environments as possible, or even sometimes better than real production environments. By emulating production scenarios, constraint-free, developers and testers can test not only happy path but also negative scenarios, allowing for broader and more timely test coverage for all unit integration and performance testing needs. With CA Service Virtualization, software development and testing teams can test early, more often, and more comprehensively. Third, CA Service Virtualization reduces the cost and risk of your development and testing projects. That's because with Service Virtualization, you can dramatically reduce the hardware and software required to test by virtualizing all the development and testing dependent systems. CA Service Virtualization reduces costs by creating virtual versions of third-party systems. Often testers have to pay to access these third-party systems, especially when it comes to performance level testing. But because Service Virtualization can replicate these systems, it can practically eliminate these costs to access the third-party systems. CA Service Virtualization can help you overcome the resource constraints or environment availability issues that are holding your development and testing back. That's why CA Service Virtualization is a core component of a successful continuous testing strategy. Visit us online to learn more and sign up for the free Community Edition today.